Hi, it's Crimson Orc again. I just thought that I would like to give a brief introduction about how I became interested in Warhammer 40k. So the game's been around for decades now, and I never really got a chance to play it back then, but only in the 5th edition is when I really took an interest. Here's my mini book here. So I was reading through that, and I didn't have, to be honest, I didn't have many games of it back then. But I did create my Crimson Fist army, which is getting a little bit old now, but it certainly serves a purpose for playing 6th edition, which is what I got here. So this is the big heavy tome that everybody's familiar with. Lots of great pictures in there, and of course the rules. A lot's changed since the 5th edition, and I'm still getting used to the rules themselves. Actually, it's not too difficult to pick up, but I guess the question is just to practice at it and make sure that I get the rules hammered into my head, because there's a lot of different sub phases in there to complement the main phases, and it's just a question of getting those right. And on top of that, you've obviously got the strategy and tactics side of it as well. So there's a lot to cover, really. So certainly with the Space Marines, the Space Marines have been updated very recently. Here's a new codex. So yeah, plenty of material to look at in terms of learning Warhammer 40k. It's not a, how should I say? It is quite slow to learn. There are some rules in there that just need a little bit of going over and over again, and it's just a question of making things a second nature to you, really. So yeah, before I started playing Warhammer 40k, I was a miniature painter. So this is one of my recent miniatures. I've been painting miniatures for a good part of 6-7 years now. I never really got interested in the game, playing certainly from the Games Workshop various rule systems. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell, really. It's a question of just playing the game and making sure that it's something I keep on enjoy doing, which I'm having immense fun doing right now. I'm starting another army. I'm starting Dark Eldars. You'll probably notice that on my blog, and I'll be documenting my progress into that army, in constructing an army. I'm kind of half doing it with Games Workshop products, brand new and second-hand eBay. Another one on the horizon. Obviously, we've got Warhammer 40k, but also we've got the Fantasy Battle, which has been around for even longer than 40k, and rumored to have a brand new edition in 2014. So it's really about time that I learn them. And funnily enough, having an interest in Dark Eldar, I'm now going to build and construct a Dark Elves army, again using brand new miniatures from Games Workshop range, especially the new stuff that's come out, and eBay ones, whatever I can pick up on eBay. I have to say that eBay has been a bit of a godsend in terms of watching my spending, but it's been fantastic in terms of just grabbing a load of miniatures for on the cheap, really. There's plenty of people out there who've obviously been playing a game and maybe decided to stop playing the game, or just change a completely different army, and they need some money to fund it. So obviously they put it on eBay. Who knows, I might eventually do that one day, but right now I'm not even thinking about that. Yeah, it's been handy for certainly for a new player like myself to get hold of miniatures. Then again, I don't have to really buy Games Workshop stuff. I can obviously look at other miniature companies like Mantic and maybe proxy some of the models in the units that are required for the game. But right now, I'm probably a bit of a loyalist, and I'm still sticking with Games Workshop and trying not to proxy as much as possible. But I'm sure the budget for each army would dictate what I need to proxy. But then again, what can I say about the rules of 40k? I guess some of the most difficult things to pick up is certainly the assault phase is something that a beginner has to watch out for. Obviously, there's a new sub phase called Overwatch, where the opponent takes a snapshot, rolling a d6, hitting on 6, which is a new little added bit of excitement into the assault, which can sometimes change the result of that particular phase as well if you're a attacking player. Another rules to just generally watch out for is probably I would say the flyers as well. They're something to watch out for, and yeah, there's just so much in terms of rules. There's quite a lot. It's just a question of getting into practicing those rules, and certainly joining a club, a local club that's in your area, will certainly help you get a lot of practice in. Sometimes what I found is if you're practicing the rules yourself, just quite literally on the table, set up your army and just roll some dice. I don't think it's as educational as you probably think, and it's probably best to almost like hook up with a player who's quite new to the system as well, and just bounce ideas off off them as well. And also it's a good way to also go through the rules and make sure they're clear in your head, and make sure you clarify the rules in your head as well. So it's really good from a learning perspective to play with a player that doesn't quite know the system as well. And I certainly recommend that. And I'm certainly at a club. There's bound to be new players around, and everybody's generally really helpful when it comes to trying to practice the rules, and everybody understands that you have to begin somewhere as well. So just don't be afraid to say that you're a newbie, and just go for it from there. Okay, that's my initial thoughts from learning Warhammer, and hopefully it's given a little bit of insight about myself as well and where I'm at in terms of wargaming. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you around.